Everyone loves the idea of a fresh start, a clean slate, that magical date on the calendar where everything changes. Monday, the first of the month, January 1st. It sounds harmless, right? But that mindset kept a lot of us stuck for years, always waiting for the next beginning instead of just beginning. We circle those dates, we build them up, and we tell ourselves, that's when I'll get serious. For the longest time, I believed that too. The idea of a fresh start made things feel exciting. It gave me something to look forward to, but it also gave me an out. It was my reason to wait until things calmed down or until motivation magically showed up. The truth is, sometimes ready never comes. When I began my GLP-1 journey, something shifted that I didn't expect. It changed the way that I approached progress. Before, I used to overthink the timing of everything. I'd wait for the right stretch of days, the right mental space, the right energy. But once I started feeling more stable on the medication, I stopped waiting for that perfect window. If something needed attention, I just started. There was no build up, no countdown, just action. And that was a new thing for me. And honestly, it felt freeing. If you've ever told yourself you'll start when things settle down, don't worry, that's perfectly normal. It's just a habit built from doing your best to stay in control. Deep down, we all know that there is no magic in the first of the month. There is no power in Monday. And January 1st, it'll just be another Thursday. Change doesn't happen because the calendar flips. It happens because you finally decide to stop delaying the life you keep saying you want. That fresh start mindset, it's sneaky. It'll make us feel productive without actually doing anything. It gives us this illusion of momentum because planning the start feels like progress. We love that high. Making lists, reorganizing, rewriting goals, our brains release a little hit of dopamine just from imagining success. It looks like cleaning your whole kitchen before you meal prep, rewriting your goals for the fifth time, buying the perfect journal before you start writing again. We convince ourselves that planning is progress, but it's not. And when that first burst of excitement fades, the only thing left is what you're actually willing to do right now. Now, I'll never forget the day of the eclipse last year. I didn't feel like working out, so I didn't. In the past, that would have been the beginning of the end. I would have told myself, I'll start again on Monday. Most of the time, Monday never came. But for some reason, that day was different. The next morning, I woke up and I decided to just move. It was nothing dramatic, no guilt, no reset, no starting over, just the next step. That moment changed me because I realized that the I'll start again Monday voice wasn't just about exercise, it was about everything. It was the voice that kept me waiting for motivation instead of building momentum. And I see the same pattern everywhere now in the comments, in messages, in conversations with people still learning what this process actually takes. You don't have to reset your life, you're living it. Even if you had a rough week, even if your habits slipped, you don't have to start again. You just need to take the next right step. That's the real difference between chasing perfection and building trust with yourself. When the medication started quieting the old noise, the food chatter, the guilt, the constant pressure, you finally have space to focus on what consistency actually means. It's not about perfect streaks or all or nothing rules. It's that quiet decision to keep showing up, even after the excitement fades. That's what real progress actually looks like. It's not a big Monday overhaul or a January reset. It's those random Tuesdays, the small moments no one notices, the ordinary days when you choose to keep going. That's what the fresh start myth takes from you. It convinces you that if it's not a total reset, it doesn't count. But the truth is, real change happens right in the middle of life, not when it's calm or convenient, but when it's messy and real. It's in those quiet, forgettable moments when no one's cheering you on, when there's nothing shiny or new about it, just another day of doing what matters. The holidays make that especially challenging. Everything revolves around food, celebration, and schedules that throw your rhythm off. It's easy to walk into those moments already bracing for guilt, already planning the makeup plan for January, but you don't have to live like that anymore. You can walk into those same spaces with awareness instead of anxiety. You can enjoy the food and the people without disconnecting from yourself. You can stop when you're comfortable. Skip what doesn't sound good. I want you to actually let joy be the part of the experience without guilt tagging along. Awareness is your anchor now. You don't have to protect your progress by starting over. You protect it by staying present because the medication creates the space to make change possible, but you're the one that makes it sustainable. So the next time that voice says, I'll start on Monday, remind yourself Monday isn't the moment. Right now is. You don't need a reset. You just need a reminder that you can begin at any point, as many times as you need, without waiting for life to line up perfectly. Nothing magical happens when the clock strikes midnight on a Monday or January 1st. I used to believe there was something special about that new day feeling, but it's just life asking you to start where you are. And something powerful does happen when you decide right now to keep going. Breaking up with the fresh start myth, it doesn't mean you've given up on improvement. It just means you're done believing your life begins later, because it doesn't. It's already happening, and you get to shape it one small present moment at a time. So if you're breaking up with the idea of the fresh start this season, I want you to drop a butterfly emoji in the comments. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button. It lets me know that these conversations matter to you. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss the next conversation. And as always, remember, we can share our journeys, but we should never compare them. Bye.